the river flows, he begins to bring every dead thing to life. And as the river flows, he begins to bring every dead thing to life. He's a life-giving river. Oh, let it flow right here, right now. As the river flows, as the river flows, he begins to bring every dead thing to life. It's a life-giving river. Oh, let it flow right here, right now. One more time, you say it. As the river flows, he begins to bring every. It's a life-giving river. Oh, let it flow right here, right now. As the river flows, as the river flows, he begins to bring every dead thing to life. It's a life-giving river. Oh, let it flow right here.
Good morning, our viewers. I'm very glad to be here today. And I want to say good morning to you wherever you are, if it's in the morning, and good afternoon if it's in the afternoon, good evening if it's in the evening. You are welcome to another episode of Empowerment Academy today. And today we are going to be talking about focus and resilience. Focus and resilience. Last week, we spoke spectacularly about, or particularly about focus. We just want to add a little bit to it today. And when we spoke about focus last week, we briefly said that focus, in terms of direction sense, really helped us in achieving our goals and objectives. And when we stay in focus, we were able to establish that we are prone to successfully achieve our set goal or dream. We have that, it will give us that intrinsic, tenacity of achieving or realizing our goals. And also, we are prone to staying in control, to stay in control of achieving our goals. And we were also able to establish the fact that we don't have to be intimidated by the size of our goals or dreams and how we are going to achieve it. And particularly, if we conceive it, so that means if we do the due diligence, we will be able to achieve it. And we discuss about the factors that can encourage us to stay in focus. And under this element, we mentioned having a sense of purpose, defining our intentions, having a relevant and adequate planning and implementation strategy, having a discernment mentality, documenting our experience, enduring our experience, and finally, we talk about learning from our errors. And finally, we talked about what can be cloud someone's sense of purpose. And the first thing that we looked at is lack of personal identity, a lack of personal identity. And secondly, we spoke about environmental turbulence. So like I said today, this is just a recap. And we're going to particularly talk about focus and resilience. So we want to add an element of resilience to the focus that we have previously discussed. Now, starting from where we stopped on what can be cloud our focus, we mentioned that a lack of personal identity as well as environmental turbulence can do that. So which means invariably a sense of focus or a sense of direction to achieving our goal can be thwarted or can be stopped. But in order to avoid this, we have to develop the ability to adjust and to withstand any ordeal or situations or difficulties that want to stop or kill our goal or that want to attenuate. When we say attenuate, it doesn't kill it, but it's going to change the formation or that want to thwart our set goal. I want to say it again. We need to develop the ability to adjust and withstand the situation or difficulties that want to stop, kill, or attenuate our set goal or dream or ambition. So that ability is we want to hard to focus today. And this is termed resilience. I looked into the Merriam-Webster dictionary. In fact, I looked at various meanings of the word resilience. I look at different schools of thought. I can't be talking about all of them here. But in summary, particularly Merriam-Webster dictionary said that resilience is the capability of a restrained body, a body that is restrained, to recover its size, its normal size, caused especially by compressive stress. Yeah, the ability or capability of a restrained body to recover its size and shape after deformation that has been caused by compressive stress. It also says further that it's the ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. So here we can see that, there is an element here. Even though you keep your focus, even though you do your due diligence, you do everything that is supposed to be done to make sure you realize your dream or goal. But in one way or the other, there are other environmental circumstances that has caused a restraint. And because of the restraints, it has deformed your ability, your capability to perform or to realizing your goals. So you need to develop that ability, that capability to resist it, to adjust and adapt. And that element is what we call a resilience. So I want to consider two key factors here that can help you and myself, to build our resilience while we are staying in focus. Because if you look at the practicality of life, many a times we have all our plans and purposes set, we have all our due diligence made, but one way or the other, there will be one thing or the other that we stand across our path. Many people, as a result of that, have lost their dreams. Many people, as a result of that, have lost, their goals. Many people have even forgotten about their ambition, and they have settled for the alternatives. We don't have to settle for the alternatives. Many a times, it is true, we do have plans A or plan A and plan B, or plan C and plan D. That if this one doesn't work, this one will work. But that one doesn't deny the fact that our plan A, which is our original plan, cannot be realized. Our plan A can be realized. Like we said last week, if we conceive it and we do our due diligence, automatically it is realizable. That's something about goal. And that's why we say we shouldn't let our goal intimidate us or the way we are going to achieve it. All we need to do is to have a sense of purpose and to stay in control. So today, when I looked at some practicalities of life and I read some schools of thought, so I arrived at two key factors that can help us to build resilience while we are staying focused in the process of achieving our goals or realizing our ambition. And the first of those two key factors is having a clear sense of purpose. We spoke at length about this last week. Having a clear sense of purpose. That is understanding. When we have an understanding, a clear understanding of our personal identity, this will motivate our sense of purpose. Yeah? This will motivate our sense of purpose and our sense of reason behind doing what we are doing. I want to repeat it again. When we have a clear sense of purpose, when we have a clear understanding of our personal identity, this will motivate our sense of purpose. It will motivate our reasons behind doing what we are doing. And when we understand the reason behind doing what we are doing, this will strengthen our understanding of purpose. Many people are doing some things that they don't even understand the reason why they are doing it. If you ask them, why are you doing this? Or what is the reason behind doing this? Or what do you want to achieve, from these things you are doing? Some people don't have a particular response. And that is why many a times it is difficult to realize their goals. Or maybe they don't even understand their goals. That's the first thing. When you don't understand your goals, you don't understand the processes you need to follow to achieving your goal. That is it. That's why we said last week that we need to define our intention. Because when we define our intention, that will help us to understand our goals, to understand the processes we are going to follow or the procedures we are going to follow to realizing our goals. Yeah, I'm talking about two key factors that can help us to build resilience while we stay in focus. And I said the first one is having a clear sense of purpose. So explaining this, I said, when we have a clear understanding of our personal identity, of who we are, our likes and dislikes, what motivates us, what drives us to doing something. When we have that clear understanding, that one will motivate our sense of purpose. That will give us the reason to do what we want to do. For example, in the morning, what motivates you to wake up? What motivates you to stand up from bed and go out to work? What motivates you? What is encourages you to do the job you are doing? What are you looking forward to in that task, in that project that you're embarking upon? Yeah. So what you are looking forward to will motivate you to doing it. And that's what we call having a sense of purpose. It will be your driving factor, your inner drive, to do what you are doing. How do I know this? Or how will you know this? Number one, it will enhance your capacity to handle any ordeal or to withstand any difficulty or misfortune or any negativity that you experience in the process of achieving your goal. I said, when you have a clear sense of purpose, when you understand the reason behind doing what you are doing, yeah, it will enhance your capacity to handle difficulties. It will enhance your capacity to withstand any misfortune or any negativity that challenges you in the process of realizing your goal or ambition. Don't forget, we are talking about the subject resilience, while we are staying in focus. And we are now currently talking about two key factors that can help us in building resilience while we are staying in focus. And we said the first of those two key factors is having a clear sense of purpose. And to explain this, I said, when we have a clear understanding of our personal identity, what we like, what we dislike, our ambition, the reason behind doing what we are doing, this will motivate our sense of purpose. And having that sense of purpose will be our inner drive, driving force that will lead us or guide us into navigating navigating through whatever is challenging us to arriving at a particular destination in terms of achievement of goals. And I said, how do we know this? Or how will you realize that you are actually, you actually have a sense of purpose, in the midst of turbulence where you are, addressing or moving towards achieving your goal? I said, one of the ways by which you will actually know is this will enhance your capacity to handle ordeals or any difficulty or to withstand any negativity that comes across your path. in the process of achieving your goal. So because you are challenged by any negativity or any difficulty doesn't mean an end to achieving or realizing your dream. No, it's not an end to it. You need to develop that capacity. You need to develop that ability to be able to navigate through while you are still staying in focus. That experience, that ability to do that is what we are talking about today. Resilience. So which means you are resilient. Yeah, you're still able to keep your sense of purpose in the midst of those circumstantial challenges. You do not lose your focus. You do not lose your inner drive, simply because you still have a clear sense of the reason behind doing what you are doing. And that's what many people lack. And that is why many people don't have the ability to adapt and to change in such a way that they will still be able to achieve their goals. They will be able to navigate through difficulties. We are talking about having a clear sense of purpose. And I said that for you to be able to know that you have a clear sense of purpose, you have to have a clear understanding of your personal identity, the reason behind doing what you are doing. And this one will improve your sense of purpose. It will motivate, rather, your sense of purpose. How do you know? How will you be able to realize that? Number one, you will discover that your ability to withstand negativities will be enhanced. You will not be discouraged by any small challenge. You won't be discouraged. You won't be scared away from your focus. You will develop that adaptability to stay focused and to stay, following your dream and not be discouraged. You will discover that. And when you begin to realize that, then you should be sensing that, yes, I think now, I think I'm still keeping my sense of purpose. I have a reason being what I am doing. Number two, another way by which you will know that you are still keeping your sense of purpose in the midst of challenges that you come across when you are trying to realize your goal is you will discover that you align your steps, all your steps, that you'll be taking. You will align them. What you do, you will align them with your values, or let me say your values. Yeah, you will align whatever step you are following with your values. When you are, in the school of research, when you are trying to address an aim, there will be objectives, there will be procedure, the methodological procedures that you will follow. I want to liken these ones to values. Yeah, that these are the procedures that you are going to follow to realizing or to coming to the end of your project, and to let you know that you have actually arrived at a destination. You have arrived at an outcome. Yeah. So I want to liken these ones to the values or your values. So when you are able to align the steps you are taking, the procedures you are following with the values you have identified and outlined and written down, even in the midst of those challenges, so that will show you that actually you are developing a kind of force or a kind of ability that can withstand the challenges that is coming across the realizing of your aim or your dream. It means that you will not be running helter-skelter. You are still able to keep your focus. You understand your mission. You understand your vision. You understand the values, the procedures you are going to follow till you have arrived. So whatever is coming across your path to cause to destabilize you, you are able to withstand it. You do not lose the reason behind what you are doing. So all the steps you're going to be taking will be aligned. You'll be aligning them, according to your set values or your set procedures. This is another way by which you can know that you are actually keeping your sense of purpose when you are trying to, in the process of realizing your dream in the midst of negative circumstances. Don't forget, we are talking about resilience, while we are keeping our focus. And we said that our ability to adjust and to withstand the negative situations or any difficulties that want to stop us or kill our ambitions or attenuate our set goals, that ability is what we termed resilience. And we said there are two key factors that can help us to be resilient while we are keeping our focus in the process of realizing our goals or achieving our dreams or ambitions. We said one of those two factors is number one, having a clear sense of purpose. And I explained that for you to know that you actually have a clear sense of purpose, it means you will have a clear understanding of your personal identity. You have a clear understanding of what you do, the reason behind doing what you are doing. And when you understand the reason behind doing what you are doing, this will motivate your sense of purpose. How will you know this? I said, no, by the time you realize that you are developing a capacity to undo conflict, to undo negativity, to undo difficulties, while you are trying to achieve your goals. When you are not discouraged easily, you are not discouraged out of your goal, you are not discouraged out of your ambition, you still kept on, you kept your focus, and you are still working towards it. You still continue to do your due diligence, then you will know that, yes, you are developing that ability, to withstand it. You are becoming resilient. You do not lose your focus, even though there are some circumstantial challenges that is trying to stop you or kill your ambition. And I said, and the second way by which you are going to know that you are developing resilience is you will discover that all the steps you'll be taking, you'll be aligning them with your values, with your objectives, with the procedures that you have laid down to follow to realizing your dreams. Yeah, so these two experience will actually help you or to realize that, yeah, I think I am still keeping my sense of purpose. I've not lost my sense of reasoning. I've not lost my sense of or my understanding of the reason behind doing what I am doing. So, and that one will help you to keep your sense of purpose and to make you resilient while you are still keeping your focus in realizing your dream. The second key factor that I have here that will help us to build resilience while we stay in focus, in addition to having a clear sense of purpose, is having and maintaining a personal control of your goal and dream. Having and maintaining a personal control of your goal and dream. I'm talking about the key factors or two key factors that can help us in building resilience while we stay in focus. I've spoken about one, which is having a clear sense of purpose. And now the second one is having and maintaining a personal control of your goal or dream or ambition. Staying in control, having a personal control, not only just having, maintaining it. So that's why I said having and maintaining a personal control of your goal or dream. Last week we spoke about one of the factors that can help us to stay in focus is having a discerning mentality. When we have a discerning mentality, it will help us to eliminate distractions. If you remember, last week we said that one of the factors that can help us to stay in focus is having a discerning mentality, because it will help us to do what? To eliminate distractions. So today, I'm still reiterating that having and maintaining a personal control of your goals and dreams can help you to develop resilience. Like I said, it will help you to eliminate distractions. It will help you in prioritizing your task. You see, in fact, I even wrote here that it will help you to have a sense, to help you to prioritize your efforts. You'll be able to prioritize your task, and you'll be able to rightly channel your thoughts and ideas or strength. When you are able to stay in control, you'll be able to prioritize your efforts. You'll be able to rightly channel your thoughts, your ideas, or your strength towards realizing your dream. Yeah, and at the end of the day, well, let me say, how do you know that you're actually staying in control? How will you be able to know you are staying in control? Number one, you will know and understand your goal. You will identify distractions and eliminate them. That's the second way by which you will know. How do I know I am staying in control? Number one, the understanding of my aim and dreams will still be there. Number two, like I said, every distraction that is coming because of the understanding of what I want and where I am going, I'll be able to eliminate them. By so doing, I can be able to prioritize my efforts, prioritize my task. I can be able to rightly channel my efforts. So, and what will be the outcome? Number one, this one will, it will help me to maintain clarity of my aims and objectives, clarity of my ambitions when I'm able to stay in control. Even though I have a clear understanding of what I am doing, where I am going, what I want to achieve, if I don't stay in control, if I allow distractions to come, I'll be destabilized. Before you realize it, I will lost my what? My ambition. I will lost the understanding and the reason behind doing what I am doing. But if I can stay in control, if I remain perpetually understanding, if I remain in perpetual understanding of my ambition, in perpetual understanding of my goal and objectives, that will help me to identify and eliminate any distraction. It will help me to prioritize my efforts, and it will help me to rightly channel my strengths towards realizing my goal. I don't know whether I am communicating. I am talking about having, and maintaining a personal control of your goal, because you cannot deny the fact that there will be challenges and negativities, and that's why we are talking about resilience. And that's why we said two factors can help us to be resilient while we are staying in focus: having a clear sense of purpose, and also having and maintaining a personal control of your goal. And that's what we are talking about presently. So when you are able to stay in control, you will maintain the clarity of your ambitions. You will maintain the clarity of your aims and objectives. And secondly, you'll be able to promote calmness. There will be calmness over any negativity that ensues, or over any difficulty that comes across your path. You'll be able to to maintain your calmness. Yeah, you'll be able to be calm simply because you understand your aims and objectives. You have been able to identify what is distracting you. The understanding of your values are there. So all your efforts, you'll be aligning them towards, conforming with your purpose, with your sense of purpose. And as you are doing that, you discover that you'll be resilient against what is trying to discourage you out of your ambition. Out of your ambition. Now, when we apply these two key factors, this one will adapt our mindset, and it will enhance our mindset or aptitude to realizing our goal or objectives. This morning, we are talking about resilience while we are staying in focus. And we said that our ability to adapt, or our ability to adjust and withstand the situation or difficulty that wants to stop or kill or attenuate our ambitions or our goal, our dreams, is what is termed resilience. And we spoke about two key factors that can help us to build resilience while we are staying in focus. Number one, we said having a clear sense of purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose and staying in control, or having and maintaining a personal control over our goals. And that's what we are talking about now. I said this one will help us to maintain clarity of purpose, clarity of ambition, and it also promote calmness. We'll be able to stay calm in the midst of those turbulence, because we are keeping our focus, and we are developing our resilience. So these two key factors, I said, will help us to adapt, and adjust our mindset and aptitude, and we will be enhanced to realize our goal or our dream. And this is simply what I meant by resilience today. So being focused or keeping our focus is not enough. We also have to be what? To be resilient. Be resilient. Perhaps you are currently faced with certain ordeals in the process of realizing your aim or your goal or objectives or realizing your ambitions. I want you to be encouraged. There are a few steps I want you to take. Number one, energize your mindset with the understanding of yourselves. And that is what I've been talking about. That is personal identity. Energize your mindset with the understanding of yourself, the understanding of your likes and dislikes, the understanding of the reason behind doing what you are doing. Understand who you are, your ambitions. Number two, have a clarity of purpose. Have a clarity of purpose and a sense of direction. Be focused. Even though you have understood what you want, you know who you are, you know your ability, your likes and dislikes, you need to keep your focus. You need to have a clarity of purpose and a sense of direction. A sense of direction. Number three, keep your inner drive that has been bred from your sense of purpose. Because your sense of purpose will initiate, or let me say, it will enact your inner drive. Yeah, your sense of understanding of who you are, what you want to achieve, will enact your inner drive. So keep that inner drive. Don't lose it in the midst of challenges. Number four, enable an adaptive response to changes and challenges. We have been talking about resilience. Resilience will initiate adaptation. So that adaptation, you need to respond to it positively. Because you don't want to lose your focus. Yeah. So the resilience you have developed, while keeping your focus, while keeping your sense of purpose, and while staying in control. You need to enable it. Like I said, the resilience will cause changes. It will cause changes, certain changes. But those changes are positive. They are positive. So you need to flexibly allow that adaptation, respond positively to the changes. Then the fifth one is explore suitable available supports and build a trusting relationship, for help and support whenever it is required. You explore suitable available support around you, then build a trusting relationship with them so that you can consult them for help and support anytime it is required. When I say suitable, those are the ones that align with your values. They align with your sense of purpose. And that's why in the School of Research, they talk about collaboration. So that's what I'm talking about. Suitable collaboration. Collaborating with those who have the same vision, the same focus, the same understanding. Your sense of purposes align with each other. You collaborate with them, you form a network with them. So anytime you're facing some situation that is trying to affect, you're realizing your aims and objectives, when you discuss together, when you consult and contact them in one way or the other, they can also render suitable support that can help you realizing your aims and objectives. That's building a suitable or relevant network around yourself. Well, I hope in one way or the other I've been able to communicate something today because our time is gone. But before I go, what we've briefly discussed is the subject of resilience, being resilient when we are keeping our focus. We don't deny the fact that there'll be situations and circumstances that we want to kill or stop or attenuate our ambitions. But we have to develop that ability to be able to withstand them so that we can realize our purpose, so that we can be whom we want to be. And we said there are two key factors that can help us to be resilient, or to build resilience, or to build ability to withstand all those negativities while we are still keeping our focus. And those two factors are, number one, having a clear sense of purpose. When we understand who we are, our mission, our likes and dislikes, our ambitions, that will motivate our sense of purpose. And when we have that, it will enhance our capacity to handle difficulties. It will enhance our capacity to withstand, any negativity, and it will help us to align our values. It will help us to align our steps with our values. So when we do this, we'll be able to we won't be clueless. We will not be directionless. We have that sense of direction. We'll be able to prioritize our tasks, our aims and objectives. We'll be able to channel our efforts towards our goal. And secondly, I said having a clear, having and maintaining a personal control of our goal. Having and maintaining a personal control of our goal. How are we going to realize it? We will perpetually know our goals, and we'll perpetually be able to identify and eliminate any distractions. This will help us to maintain clarity of focus. It will also help us to promote calmness over any negativity that ensues. And when we do this one, we'll be able to adapt our mindset, be able to adapt our aptitude towards realizing our aims and objectives. And this is what we exactly meant by being resilient. Well, I want to leave us today, and I hope that in one way or the other, I've been able to communicate some things, or some information that are very useful to us. Until we meet again, I want to thank you for joining us today on this episode of Empowerment Academy. Thank you so much. I'll meet you next week. And until then, stay focused, and God bless you.
Out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water. Out of my belly shall flow.